Greetings to you, my fellow Vincentians globally, and more especially greetings to you, my fellow ambassadors in class in the first place, and also ambassadors for the Famvin Homeless Alliance project, the ambassadors program. My name is Justin Mbasandi from Zambia. I am really excited and really proud to be part of this, massive project which started rather in the year 2017. This project started in commemoration of the good works that our patron saint did during his time, St. Vincent. In 2017, it marked exactly 400th anniversary when the project, which St. Vincent de Paul really ran with it during his time. He had a project. He built houses, rather 13 houses. Houses were built for people who were homeless at that time. However, not all of them were accommodated, but the houses were rented out to the Daughters of Charity. I think it is from the same proceeds which in turn Vincent de Paul helped to provide the basic needs for the people who were homeless. I think if you look at homeless, the word homeless, it could be people, others could be of these nice built structures which they can call as homes, for example. But homelessness, for me, in my view, could mean a lot. There are people who could feel, for example, homelessness at heart. On the outside, they might be so strong, and they have nice houses which they are calling as homes. But I want to believe that a home is something that is accommodative, which can accommodate the aspirations of somebody. In this case, in my view, I want to look at one practical example, maybe of an egg. Maybe there could be so many ways of breaking an egg, but I think the two illustrations which I normally want to give, I think is only when you want to break an egg from the outside, the contents of an egg can't be used anymore. It goes to waste. But if an egg is broken from the inside, what comes from the inside of an egg is life. Here is a chicken which laid the eggs, and after some time, then the egg develops into a chick. When that time comes, the chick, when it hatches, it brings life in the form of a chick. I think that's the kind of love that when you call something your home, it's something that you feel inside, the person that drives you, the love that you feel, that love should start from the inside of you, and then when you are moved by that, that's when probably you can share your time, you can share your resources, you can share your skills, you can share all the gifts that God has given you with others. By doing so, you give home to those who are homeless. But the project of Famvin Homeless Alliance, I think you, as ambassadors, or as the project itself, one of the objectives, I think, is trying to look at means and ways of, giving, especially people who are the poorest, something, of course, of physical structures to say, this is my home. Yes, that's one thing. But how is the funding done? This project has no funding that ambassadors will be given to say, you go and do a project in country A, or in country B, or in country C, or in country, whichever country that but I think when we meet as ambassadors, the idea is to come up with ideas on how best we can think together, put our heads together, and come up with solutions to make this project a reality. In essence, the project itself is purely on voluntarism. It anchors on voluntarism. Yeah, somebody would argue to say, if it is on voluntary basis, why probably people will travel to Paris to undergo trainings and all that. I think in the first place we need to understand that when people with common interests, common agenda, like-mindedness, want to push an agenda forward, definitely they have to meet, they have to brainstorm, they have to think outside the box and say, well guys, how do we move from here? It's by sharing our different backgrounds from different corners of this earth, from different religions and all that. There could be other countries where maybe the project has been successful. Some of us, I think, will go there to learn also, and also to share our experiences and to share the opportunities that Zambia in particular, is bringing to this project. So we are geared and excited to say that come July, when we travel to Paris, we're gonna meet, of course, different people from different backgrounds who are going to share what they are doing in their respective country. And I think Zambia is not an exception to the sharing of why Zambia chose to take part in this massive project which is being done globally. So what has Zambia done so far? From probably February so far, as an ambassador for Zambia, I think we've engaged different stakeholders within the Vincentian family. I think I've met my board, where I also belong as the board member in charge of youth affairs. I'm a national youth coordinator, and also I've met some central council executive committees around the Lusaka itself, and also shared the project itself with other central councils. We have 33 central councils in Zambia in total at the moment, with a new isolated particular council which was just created a few weeks ago. And now we were 32 central council, but now I think we are now 33 in total. So all the 33 central councils knows about the project itself, and I think they can't wait any further to know what gonna be their laws in the project itself. I think, like what I said, I think the project is not a fully funded project where gonna find money readily available to say you, Ambassador Justin Sanji, get your share, go and build 13 houses in Zambia. Ambassador something maybe from Malaysia, this is your location, go and build. No, I think the essence about this project, I think, is to think through as a team and share, what opportunities, for example. I think there's no deliberate directive uh, from the project managers to say this is how we're gonna do this project. I think it's entirely up to each individual country to look at what they can do to ensure that the project is a success. A project in itself is not dictating as to how each country should do or conduct its affairs as regards to the project implementation itself. In short, come July 12th to 14th, when my ambassadors are gonna meet and share one or two experiences, and I think I want to learn more on how, especially how DuPont International was formed in the first place, because DuPont International has good stories around homelessness, where I just started a small thing run by the sisters, and from there it grew within European countries, Dublin, England itself, then in America and all that. And I understand the project somewhere also is being operated in Rwanda, in Africa. So I think these are some of the lessons for me personally I would want to learn, and the experiences, how these guys helped to ensure that the objectives and the vision, in other words, it was attained in these respective countries. And Zambia definitely is geared. And yes, Zambia, in terms of the project contribution, I think Zambia has the human resource. We have over 20,000 membership, as a society in Zambia. We are growing, and we have still a youthful presence who are so active. Oh, definitely, when you say guys want to bring you on board and help in a way, human resources are readily available, well structured. National Council, from the National Council itself as the coordinating body, then the Central Council itself, the particular council, and the conferences. We have all these structures which we can tap on to ensure that the project is a success. Zambia is also bringing expertise, those who have already started engaging as to ensure that the project becomes a success. Zambia is also bringing, offering itself in terms of land. Land is available for. So far, we've engaged with the National Council, who has over, 60 hectares of land available, and we have the farm, which is about 50 hectares, which in terms of making it more profitable, and the proceeds from the farm can still go and help the poor of the poorless in one way or the other. And Zambia itself has also a housing scheme on the copper belt in Frida, where already we have about 8 fully furnished houses, 3-bedroom houses, which at the moment plans are that we need to expand on the housing unit so that it becomes more profitable, and ensure that the proceeds, rental proceeds, also helps one way or the other in helping our poor people. And also, as Lusaka, Lusaka Archdiocese is coordinating about it, they also have land, about 10 acres. So, in terms of the availability of land, Zambia is actually in a well-positioned, place to ensure that it lands with this project from the onset to the finishing end. I'm excited and glad that definitely when we meet as ambassadors, I think more will be discussed. We'll discuss more, what Zambia can do and how best the project, can be implemented with the resources available, and also want to take home on how best resource mobilization in the first place, should be done, and also identifying funders that can help in a way to ensure that the project is well implemented and successful. Thank you so much. This has been Ambassador Justin Basandi from Zambia, and wishing the very best of success of this project, and hope gonna put smiles on the people that we serve as our masters. God bless you. Ciao.